They were just like, why are there so many dishes on the table? And like, what is the panchan? Like, what is that? And I'm like, oh, that's kimchi. They were so surprised about the panchan. 안녕하세요. 저는 미국에서 온 딩글입니다. 안녕하세요. I just really wanted to see Korea. I had lived in China. I really wanted to see it for myself. I heard about Korea, so I came. Wow. That's what I thought. Wow. First of all, the airport was already so technologically advanced. There's a waterfall that will drop, but it's in a word. Like it looks like hello, and the water falls, and it's like words in every language. I was like, and then they have little robots that go around like, oh, hi, do you need help? I was like, am I in the future? Like, where did I land? Actually, the first time I ever came to Korea was 2 years ago. I came to the airport, China, to transfer in Seoul. And I was like, I felt like I was in the jungle. There were trees and this like man playing piano. I don't know where I am. This is like a different world. 닭갈비. 닭갈비 is my favorite. Cheese 닭갈비. Wow, so good. 맛있어요. I love all the jigaes, so all jigaes, like kimchi jjigae, but like any soup of any kind, I really, really like. But I just like to eat the panchan too. In America, you don't get like the extra, and in Korea, you get so many different flavors. So I like eating here so much more. Oh my gosh, yes. I'm so happy. Like every day I wake up and I feel like it's a dream because I wanted to live here so much. I just didn't know how. And now I figured it out. And I'm here. So I'm really happy, yeah. Oh, yeah, so I am an only child, so I have no brothers or sisters. So they are more protective of me, but they're also very supportive. And you know, in Korea age, I'm 30, so I can make my own decisions. You know, I'm mature. They were sad because they are more happy when I live close to them, but they know that YouTube is something I care a lot about and I want to keep pursuing. And they know that I'm really happy. I found a community of friends here and a church that means the most to me. Like the community I found through my church has like changed my life. It's brought me so much happiness and joy. And so I was so like anxious. Like I just want to get back to Korea. I just want to get back to Korea. And so they were not happy, but they were supportive, and they know that Korea is very safe, so that makes them feel better too. It's just not America, you know? So like they have not been here, they don't know, they haven't seen it for themselves. Like English isn't the first language here. They were just sad because it's so far away, but that's fine. I think when I told them that crime-wise, like there's no guns and things like that, that made them feel like way more comfortable and explain how to be respectful and stuff like that. But overall, Korea and like the CCTVs and stuff, in America, you would never ever leave a package outside of your house or outside of your apartment. But like in Korea, people will leave their belongings. And it's because since there's cameras everywhere, people know if you stole it, you're gonna get in trouble. When I worked in America at a Korean barbecue, they came to visit and they were so confused. They were just like, why are there so many dishes on the table? And like, what is the panchan? Like, what is that? And I'm like, oh, that's kimchi. They were so surprised about the panchan, but I think that the experience of like cooking the meat and all of that, they had never experienced any of it. So they were very overwhelmed. America, it depends on if you're from the north or the south. If you're in the north, you can get married maybe in early 30s. And then in the south, usually it's like early 20s. 20s, yes. And I lived in the south. And so me in America, I'm 28. And all of my friends my age usually are all married. That's one big reason why I wanted to come to Korea, is I always felt like something was wrong with me because I wasn't married. But I had no want to be married. So I was like, let me go back to Korea where people like get married a little bit later so I don't feel so like stupid, I guess, or strange. Right now, I have so many goals and so many things I want to do. I don't think that I have the time. Like study, YouTube videos, I help people, I do all these things, I want to travel, make friends, meet people. 시간 없어요. I am very lucky. My parents were married very, very late. So my mom was actually 38. So my parents have never told me like, when are you gonna get married? But all of my friends, always. Oh, why don't you have a boyfriend? Do you have a boyfriend? Are you going to get married soon? When are you going to have kids? But what's crazy, my friends always message me and say, I'm so jealous of you because I wish I had the freedom that you do. So I'm like, that's right, it's not a bad thing. Okay, I'm going to be honest. You know how people will say you will marry someone like your parents. So like for me, I'm a girl, so I will marry someone like my dad. My dad cannot grow facial hair. And in America, many people are like, whoa, like I love the beard and the long hair, strong. And my dad is like tall, you know, not like a big guy. So I've always been way more attracted to Asian men over American men because they look more like, you know, what I'm used to. So when I moved to Korea, it was the first time I lived with like Asian men, and I was like, I was like, these are my people. I was like, my mind blew. I was like, why do I not like many guys in America? I think many of them are ugly. And then I come here and I'm like, many attractive people. Oh no. So yeah, okay, this is bad. I don't really like babies, like small children, but if it's an Asian baby, it's so cute. When a baby speaks Korean, it's so cute. The face, I don't know why. It's just like the way that the face and the hair. Oh, also like Korea maybe is more like cutesy. What they wear, things like this. They would not be surprised. I really don't think they would be surprised because I've lived abroad so much at this point and they know that I love to see the world. I would love to be like interconnected with another like cultural society. Like if my future husband's parents were Korean, I feel like there's just so many ways to learn to love people well, is because the way that a Korean family molds itself and holds itself is different from an American family. And whenever people meet my parents, especially if they're Korean, so it's so cool to like have these cultural like exchanges within a family. They miss me a lot and I miss them too. They're the one thing that I always miss. I don't miss maybe American food or like the way of life, but I miss my parents. We both miss each other a lot, but they're very, very happy for me because they see how excited I am and encouraged that I'm going after my dreams. And I think the number one most important thing is I found a community here with my church that is like the best community I've ever experienced in my life. So they see how happy I am that I finally made like good friends, I met really good people, and they see, okay, she feels like she's at home here. So like we will support her even though we miss each other. I miss you, Mama. Today I talked about my parents' reaction when I moved here to Korea. If you liked this video, hit the like button and hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Annyeong!